will make America great again.
We have to make America great again.
Make America great again.
But can you be great without being independent first? Wait, what? Is the land of the free and the home of the brave not independent? Let's find out. It was July 24th. Non-stop, warm applause erupted as Benjamin Netanyahu stood before the U.S. Congress. This was the same Bibi whose reputation as a war criminal was starting to resonate all over. But this applause was not free. It never is. It came with a hefty price tag.
America and Israel must stand together.
Want to know more? Let's follow the money. Take Steny Hoyer, for instance. Over his political career, he has garnered $1,736,000. As for the price, this, and he's not alone. Hakeem Jeffries is another name on the list, having received over $1.5 million for similar reasons. But let's not single out the Democrats. They aren't the only ones. Ted Cruz, a Republican, has also pocketed more than $1.5 million. And they are just a few among many whose bank accounts have swelled. By the way, all of this is perfectly legal. Have you ever wondered why politicians, election after election, compete to prove their unwavering loyalty to Israel?
But we have a bond to Israel that's much stronger.
The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
We can say today that America is Israel's oldest and best friend in the world.
Our historic memorandum of understanding with Israel provides $3.3 billion annually for security assistance.
Why is a visit to AIPAC headquarters a mandatory stop for all presidential candidates? It's curious, isn't it? Politicians who find themselves at odds on nearly every issue somehow unite in their absolute support for Israel. Even Trump draws a line when it comes to Israel. Trump even went beyond his peers in serving Israel by recognizing Jerusalem as its capital, in stark defiance of international law. Why this absolute submission? In 1954, Isaiah Canaan established the Zionist Lobby, which would eventually be known as the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, or AIPAC. Israel exploited a critical vulnerability in the American system, the allowance of powerful lobbying groups capable of buying American legislators. Before AIPAC, President Roosevelt had introduced the FARA law to curb foreign influence. The Israeli lobby, however, was treated as domestic since it was run by Americans. In 1979, AIPAC forced a U.S. representative to the UN into retirement for merely meeting with a PLO representative. The significant shift came with Reagan's presidency, a believer in the millennial doctrine and the prophetic Battle of Armageddon. He believed that the gathering of Jews in Palestine is a precursor to Christ's second coming, thus shaping American policy towards Israel. Republican Representative Thomas Massie admitted that U.S. decision-making became subservient to the Israeli lobby.
Everybody but me has an AIPAC person.
Iraq war is a case in point. Netanyahu's directives to Congress led to the war for which he never apologized.
Whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons. No question whatsoever. These regimes must be brought down before they possess the power to bring us all down. If a preemptive action will be supported by a broad coalition of free countries and the United Nations, all the better. But if such support is not forthcoming, then the United States must be prepared to act without it.
It was America that admitted to a grave mistake.
You know, the truth is that we started the war in Iraq. We spent $2 trillion on that war. We lost thousands of lives. We have wounded warriors who I love all over the place. It shouldn't have started. We would have been so much better off if Bush and the rest of them went to the beach and didn't do anything. If you had Saddam Hussein, who's a bad guy and all of that, but he made a living off killing terrorists. Now, if you want to become a terrorist, you go to Iraq. That's like the Harvard of terrorism.
Today, AIPAC makes American legislators appear as mere puppets. AIPAC funds and campaigns against anyone who resists. It supports favorable candidates with money, advice, and networks. In 2023, AIPAC paid Mike Johnson $95,000. In return, Johnson led a campaign aiding Israel with $14 billion. What a good investment. To sum up, Israel funds the lobby funds the representatives, and the representatives fund Israel. So if American policymakers cannot act independently, what remains of America's sovereignty? Perhaps the real question is, do Americans need a second Declaration of Independence, one that frees them from the Israeli lobby and prioritizes their national interests? And to Trump, perhaps before you consider making America great again, you should first ensure it is independent.